There's a wall there. You thought I walked from... There's a wall. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's FX Action. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite resources for VFX artists on the internet. Now when it comes to VFX on the internet, there's lots of things you can do. I learned basically all I know about VFX on the internet, and as a result I could make an entire tutorial series called Let's FX, which you can check out in the description below, that teaches you all sorts of visual effects. But how did I learn all of that? Basically what I did was use free resources. Now YouTube obviously is the biggest free resource you can have because it teaches you everything you can know. For example, the only way you'll know how to find these free resources is by me telling you right now on, you guessed it, YouTube. IQ 5000. But enough of me talking, let's jump into my top 5 free resources for VFX artists. Number 1, HitFilm Express. You knew HitFilm Express was going to be number 1, like you just had to. HitFilm is an extremely powerful piece of software that can rival something such as After Effects, but what they also have is an extremely free separate version called HitFilm Express. Now this software gives you access to a full-blown multi-track editor as well as a VFX compositor with 3D capabilities, etc, etc, etc. All of my tutorials on my channel, well, basically 95% of them are using HitFilm Express because it's extremely high quality, versatile, and it's free. Also, what comes attached to HitFilm is on the FX Home website, FX Home being the company that makes HitFilm, they have an extremely successful or intuitive forums. Basically what you can do on there is you can check the frequently asked questions, you can type up a question of your own, and there's lots of people dedicated on there all the time, 24/7, that'll respond to you and help you with whatever you're having problems with, whether it's troubleshooting the software, whether it's how to do a specific thing in the software, what types of effects you want to use, advice, etc, etc. They're extremely helpful, and at the end of the day, it's free. Next we have Action VFX. Now I've worked with them quite a bit of the time. My recent short film couldn't be possible without their help, but what they do have on their website is a section called Free VFX. Now what they have on there is they have all sorts of things such as bullet hole textures, dust waves, bullet hit sound effects, and a whole bunch of other things including blood mist, etc, etc, etc. A whole bunch of things that's completely free for you to download. All you need to do is just go on there, add it to your cart, download it. You don't need to put in any sorts of credit card information, which some websites make you do. Just download it away. Again, a lot of my tutorials have included those types of things, and they do have a lot of other packs and sort of collections on their website that costs money, which you can go into, and obviously you heard me talk about that in my promo code and stuff like that in the past. But for someone who is just starting out, who wants to just absorb as much of the free content and free VFX assets that they can, Action VFX is definitely a good place to start. Next up we have Production Crate, also someone I've worked with a lot in the past. I have a few tutorials on their website as well. They basically have a different type of structure. What they have is you can have a pro membership or a free membership. A pro membership gives you access to everything with extremely high quality 4K files and certain collections that's just for pro. But with a free account you can also have, it's a limited amount of downloads per day, but you have access to the entire library. So they may have certain files that's just for pro users, but a lot of the assets that they have, a big chunk of it is for free users, so definitely check out Production Crate. They also don't just have realistic effects like fire, smoke, water, etc. They also have things such as magic, and it's always being updated, such as for example magic and like ice and motion graphics, templates, intros, all sorts of stuff like that, plugins, presets, all like that, and it's always being updated constantly. They also have a YouTube channel in which they do really cool tutorials. That's another free resource. And by the way guys, if you're interested in any of this stuff, I'm going to be linking it in the description below. Next up we have Roly Poly. Now before Action VFX was invented, Rodolph from Action VFX actually had another website called Roly Poly, and on there there's also a bunch of free assets you can use, as well as a YouTube channel linked to it with a bunch of tutorials, such as some of the packs that I've used, especially in my fire tutorial, my fire VFX tutorial quite a while back, a couple of years ago I did it, was using actually a fire VFX pack that they have on Roly Poly. So yeah, it's worth checking out. And finally, the big one that I mentioned right at the start of this video, YouTube. Now on YouTube you can learn anything. I'm sure you guys know about this, but a few recommendations for VFX channels I can give you besides my own one, which I definitely have lots of VFX tutorials on HitFilm Express, etc. and stuff like that. Some of my recommendations I can give you is Film Learning. Grant over there does some cool After Effects tutorials, as well as he's branching off now into more 3D things such as Cinema 4D and all these types of simulations and stuff. There's Surface Studio. Toby has a lot of cool tutorials on there also, mainly dealing with After Effects. There's the FX Home website, which is basically the people who created HitFilm, and they do tutorials basically solely in HitFilm and obviously their photo software called Emerge Pro. And what they have there is extremely cool tutorials teaching you how to use HitFilm Express, HitFilm Pro, Emerge Pro, etc, etc, etc. I'm saying etc, etc a lot. I might make it my new slogan, my new catchphrase. That's dumb. So yeah, definitely check out the HitFilm channel. You can also check out Film Sensei. He also does basically solely HitFilm content, such as HitFilm Express, HitFilm Pro, stuff like that. Also a big one that I started out, probably the most well-known filmmaking channel out there, Film Riot. They also have a lot of cool tutorials, and also they give away free things sometimes, which is definitely useful for VFX artists that are just starting out. Because when you're just starting out, you don't want to spend money. You're basically dealing with your home computer. You don't have a lot of computing power, a lot of space, and you basically want to get all of the free resources you can in order to start building up. And once you build up, then the journey begins. But at the start, it's extremely crucial and it's extremely important that you have a good foundation with good, solid, free things. And all the things on this list are extremely solid, extremely well trusted, and I definitely recommend all of them. But that's it for me, guys. Those are my 5, or probably more than 5 actually, if I think about it, free resources for VFX filmmakers. They are all in the description, so check them out. Let me know how it went. Let me know if you're having any trouble with that. I'm always willing to help. Shoot me a comment down below. You can also send me a tweet on Twitter. You can also follow me on Instagram. Those links are also in the description and also on the end screen of this video. Leave a like, share the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.